Guys, I learned early that when a friend's beard is on fire, what you do is put a bucket of water on standby for yourself. But I've always felt that that may not be a really smart option after all. What if the bucket leaks on your blind side and it gets empty? So here's what I have rather done over the years. I always strive to keep a clean shave, at least maintain a few strands of beard, you know, like I have here. That way you shall fear no tender fire. But one man has proven to be an exception. Nana Appiah-Mensah NAM1. He saw his bosom friend Kwesi Nyantakyi's beard on fire last year and he plotted a grand scheme. My beard must burn better than his, he said to himself. And true to his word, Nana Appiah-Mensah today is the most wanted Ghanaian alive the world over. Talk about achieving 2019 resolutions, and Nana Appiah-Mensah NAM1 is light years ahead of all of us. Welcome to Backpage, my friends. 2019 has already begun on a prophetic interpolistic note, whatever that word is, interpolistic note. And we will talk about those drones with ulterior motives taking nude pictures of women while in their roofless bathrooms. Are they really? And what is the National Women's Organizer of the NDC, Dr. Hannah Louisa Bisu, proposing? How about the responses of Ghanaians to her proposal and a general worry? Well, don't worry, because when we return from this break, your only satirical show on national television, Backpage, on City TV, will help you get a better view of all the big news in 30 minutes. I am Caleb Kudah. Stay with me. Welcome back to Backpage on City TV. My name is Caleb Kudah. He is the most wanted man today. Together with his wife and sister who served as directors of his Ponzi scheme, he's preferably wanted alive and not dead.
As it stands now, there is a bench warrant for the arrest of Nana Appiah-Mensah and 3 other directors of Men's Gold Ghana Limited. Per that warrant, the Immigration Service has been asked to be on the lookout for these persons at all borders of the country.
Now, unlike Kwesi Nyantakyi, Nana Appiah-Mensah NAM1 didn't want to share his media glory with any investigative journalist whatsoever. Hell no. He went all out and hard. But there are some similarities between Kwesi Nyantakyi and his friend Nana Appiah-Mensah though. One, both men are very powerful and they had access to very important places like the presidency. And 2, both men are great leaders. They nurtured loyal people around them. For Kwesi Nyantakyi, he managed to be president of the GFA for 13 solid years, silencing his opponents and keeping a loyal cult. To crown it all, we learned later to our surprise that he had some mighty people in his pocket. You get what I mean? Now, in the case of the embattled Men's Gold boss, he managed to cage 2 avowed musical warlords in his backyard like his pets. I mean, when tensions between Shatawale and Stonebwoy reached a crescendo, NAM1 just went like, yo, shut up, you know, and that could be it. And when Stonebwoy went all vulgar, hurling, curses at his arch rival on radio, NAM1 just went like, meow, 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 and casa, meow, 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 and casa, let's talk, rasta, and all those things. I mean, think of all these celebrities, some of whom you respected, all endorsing his fraudulent scheme. The man was powerful. He had a great court. Another similarity between NAM1 and KN is that whatever the 2 of them suffered or suffer or are suffering, they always created a job for a certain lawyer who never sleeps. Amanda. She always comes in to clean the tin. So her parents named her Amanda Clinton. Yeah, Amanda forever. Another similarity between these 2 men, finally, the 2 gentlemen are adults with sharper teeth. In fact, in the midst of their mess, they proved to have acidic tongues and ballistic Twitter accounts, especially for a NAM1. For now, NAM1 is somewhere in the world monitoring the news in Ghana and is like, men's good as far. Every day you are calling, Lily. You want your money, Nini. Every day you are calling, Lily. You sound so funny, Nini. Don't you know, says you can bear up. Me impedede. When the music buy your father falala, I'm a contra buy what men's good. and guess what the disgruntled investors are literally they are going mad. I mean, literally, the investors of Men's Good are going mad.
It has been very, very tough. It's my wife who keeps talking to me. And even got to a time I went to the hospital, I was told that the stress levels in my brain it's getting to a level, if I don't take time, it will result into something else.
Oh. I mean, all the investors are saying is, never knew you and I gonna be over. NAM1 Sambra, whenever you there, wherever you there, we know we miss our money. NAM1 Sambra, hey, in the money. Obana mini oyomi, tele, whatever that's. I mean, I don't know if that's what Stonebwoy was trying to say, but so the circuit court should also issue a warrant for the arrest of Bulldog. This is what some Ghanaians are saying. They believe Bulldog can help government secure a $50 million loan from NAM1. And thanks to Kumi Guitar, who made us aware that most girls like NAM1. You know, Emmanuel NAM1, if that's what I heard. Now, if you left your faithful, hardworking boyfriend for a NAM1, I hope you are comfortably waiting for an arrest warrant soon. And let me say, are you cool to all the girls who like the NAM1 type, who leave the hustlers to go for the NAM1s? This is Backpage, my friends, on City TV. I am Caleb Kudah. When we return from this break, NDC women's organizer Dr. Hannah Louise Abisu wants men to hit zipline drones on trips to deliver blood and drugs. Why? It will take naked pictures of their wives while they are in their roofless bathrooms. Stay with us.
For all the news, analysis, projections, and policies that affect your business, curated and delivered in a simple and timely format. Watch Business Dashboard, your most comprehensive source of business news, every weekday at 7 p.m. only on City TV. Cosmopolitan, new experiences, social media, blazing conversations, fashion, life hacks, all of this and more. This is our scape. This is your scape. Join Apioko Ashon Abe and Emma Fachikata on Cityscape right here on City TV every Saturday at 4 p.m.
Welcome back, my friends. This is Backpage, your satirical show on City TV. My name is Caleb Kudah. Now, for many Ghanaians, it was a jaw-dropping reaction to the news of Dr. Hannah Louise Abisu as she called on men, particularly living in rural areas, to hit the high-flying zipline drones with a stick. Why? Listen to her.
We have a lot of roofless bathrooms. If a drone passes over any object, and the person controlling the drone with the remote behind a screen, whatever the person sees, the person feels like clicking. The person will click. Now, where is the privacy policy statement regarding this? You want to bring it into the country. I concluded in that by saying that what we need are not drones.
Yeah, jaw-dropping. Dr. One. Yeah, in an earlier interview with me over the phone, Dr. Bisu actually said that as a villager herself, when she sees the drones fly over her roofless bathrooms while she's taking her bath, she will hit the drone with a stick. And that makes a lot of sense to me. Like, many drones. No, let's start again. Many drones fly, many drones fall. Some take pictures to go show Paul. Bafira, la la li la lo, la la li la lo le, bafira. And also, her point is that if the drones are flying, she's going to hit them with a stick because they definitely will take nude pictures. Now, since the drones may not stop in the air to take the pictures as she suggests, I can picture she will, you know, run out of the bathroom with a stick trying to hit the drone. After all, if the picture that will be captured by the drone will serve the interest of only one man in the control room, why not chase the drone from the bathroom in the interests of the public? I mean, genius. Fellow Ghanaians, for her singular expression of selflessness, I am duty-bound as host of Backpage to confer on Dr. Hannah Louisa Bisu the Order of the Drone of the Voter, Yasantua Division. Yeah, give it up, give it up. Show some love to Dr. Bisu, man. Show some love. Show some love. Now, Dr. Bisu is a veterinary doctor, okay? We have seen some people say she's a PhD holder and all of that. Please, desist from falsely giving doctor a title she does not have yet, all right? But henceforth, you can safely and simply say she's a recipient of the Order of the Drone of the Volta, Yasantua Division. And to all those who say they wouldn't allow Dr. Bisu close to their pets just because of her concerns for our rural folk, shame on you. This is sexism. Pepper them may find you very soon. Now, if you know anyone who aspires to be called and ordained as a prophet, I want to tell you something. I'll tell you something. And the thing is that he or she must specialize in New Year's doomsday prophecies. That is, if he wants to make more money and be in the headlines for some 3 days, 2-3 days, and be friends with, you know, you get what I mean, powerful people. This is Backpage. It's a satirical show, City TV. My name is Caleb Kudah. Let's take a quick break. When we return, we'll delve into the prophecy that topped the New Year's Eve doomsday prophecies.
Hello and good evening. You're welcome once again to another exciting edition of Sister Sister. My name is Jessica.
Every Thursday night on City TV, you're welcome to join women from different backgrounds and opinions as they weigh in on your relationship issues. Watch Sister Sister as the ladies get real with issues about love, marriage, betrayal, sex, dating, trust, finances, and more.
Look, I'm telling you, sometimes you let your guard down. That's what I'm saying. That look, most of the time, my main problem is that when you unpack, don't go to the first gear. Once you hit the first gear, you are likely to go to second, third, fourth, fifth. You understand? So just don't attempt it. So once you attempt it, maybe the first day, because you're careful and da-da-da-da, and sometimes we mistaken when you meet an intellectual lady, you know, a very well-spoken lady, a very sharp, beautiful lady, you think that they are pure. They can't possibly have any impurities or anything with them.
Join Jessica and her sisters for City TV's all-women talk show, Sister Sister, every Thursday at 9 p.m. Sister Sister is sponsored by Fritol.
back to Backpage, my dear friends. My name is Caleb Kudah. Now, the last day of every year, 31st December, is like a market day for most churches in Ghana. I believe it's the same for Africa. It's as if even the witches and wizards go to church, whether to fortify themselves or seek forgiveness and repentance, we don't really know. But what we know is that sales are higher and better, especially when the leader operates in the prophetic ministry. You get what I mean? This was the most patronized service as far as prophecies are concerned, and what happened in 2018, you know.
I saw a star. And I saw that star having a buta and a talisman.
Thank you. And
there were many stars at the feet of the star. Immediately I saw that star fell to the ground. And as all the stars who were at his feet were wearing a white cloth, but they were crying. They were mourning. Let the Muslims pray for their chief imam. Let them not despise this prophecy. Let them not say they don't believe in the Christian faith. Even their Quran teaches them that when they are reading their Quran and they don't understand, they should seek insight from Christians.
Now, Ghanaians are not new to prophecies like these, okay? What was new was that a section of young people were not happy. I mean, clearly every day, people are not happy when you prophesy they are going to die, okay? But we hardly hear them come out to say, except for a few people. So what was new this time is that a section of young people, irate young people, they took some action.
Imam, catch him too. Go back to Amushigar Jannah. Kirima Allah. Catch him too. Go back to Amushigar Jannah.
So, well, these young irate people, believed to be Muslims, you know, took this action. They vandalized the property of the Prophet. Fast forward, Chief Imam and many well-meaning Muslims I know condemned the attack. Now, Prophet Bempah says the attackers are not Muslims and that they are NDC youths.
He'll say, and ye nuanum kremufo, enomba obebubu Owusu Bempah, asori bese ho, minyintum da. Ya papa Chief Imam. Sere mekidika kan opema sempa. O masmo bi free sale gas hwan nipa kro no she hotel bi baby sisi ya say nipa kro no me finish my life.
Now, the last point Prophet was making in that interview was that the NDC has masterminded a plot on his life. They've sent someone from Salaga to come attack him. And some Ghanaians say, well, fine, if that is the case, have you reported to the police? And why are you even saying this in the media? Because the media has got no business to protect you if that's the case, all right? If this is not one of those, you know, publicity stunts, you know, some Ghanaians are saying, then you should have just gone ahead to report to the police, all right? Why not even approach the targets of your prophecies in private? If they are going to die, why not approach them in private? Lots of questions, but what's refreshing is that some of the prophecies are not yet confirmed in the spiritual realm according to the prophet, which could mean that some of the prophecies are even half-baked. I mean, if the thing is not ready, why do you deliver it? And how come for most of these prophets, when they deliver such doomsday prophecies, you only have to go to them for them to change the thing? Why can't they tell you and you go in your corner and pray to God and the thing is changed? Well, there's another thing. Watch this.
The protection of God is on you.
Now, onyame link your life. And the Lord
has linked your life or the longevity of your life to the construction of the National Cathedral. Here the Lord, I am the one that lifted you onto the build the cathedral for me. Build it for me.
Now, Ghana, mobile sutie, amonyami edi yensemi. Nessa munyina mobile kumakroni agenkro. Niya peja wonyami fie ewo maimu a. Meka no kra kira say onyami shira ebetena wo maimu.
Amen. If Ghanaians are going to come together and have one mind and we will build this cathedral for the Lord, the blessing of God shall come and remain.
Well, there was an interpretation, so if you didn't get it, quickly, he's saying, and clearly he was alluding to the president, that God has linked his life to the building of the National Cathedral, and that if the president, you know, goes ahead to build that cathedral, it's going to give him longevity of life, and if I understand him clearly, maybe he'll win a second term. I don't know. But I wonder if the God, the prophet Bempah is referring to, is trying to do work and pay with the lives of our political leaders, or should I say build and pay, like build a cathedral to pay for a second term. So if you don't build a cathedral, then you risk losing a second term, or what? What exactly was the prophet trying to say? But why is it that when some of these noble prophets receive doomsday prophecies about anyone, that person must at all costs, like I asked earlier, see that very prophet to avert the prophecy? I mean, children of a loving God cannot approach him any longer. Well, away from the prophetic, let's look at polls and research, the scientific, right? The NDC makes an interesting point. Let's listen to them after we've seen this video.
The key thing we wanted to note here is how the double track system topped the list, followed by anti-Galamsey, 3 SHS, and the drones for health. You have 48.9% of our respondents saying that they would vote for the NPP were elections to be held today. 32.2% said they would vote for the NDC, National Democratic Congress, were elections to be held today. Now to the candidates, presidential candidates. For Nanado, 49.6% of respondents said they would vote for him, 33.3% for John Mahama, and 7.3% for Kwesi Indu. These responses indicate simply and unsurprisingly that the two major parties are still the most preferred among voters. And secondly, that there might be another contest between President Akufo-Addo and former President Mahama come the 2020 presidential elections.
Now, let me underscore this point. There seems to be division even at the department where this is coming from. At that press conference, journalists were told that the research is not by the Department of Political Science of the University of Ghana. It was a group of lecturers at the Political Science Department. So it looks like we have some lecturers whose research, you know, told some particular line, another group of lecturers whose research told a particular line. But for your information, these lecturers, those who did this one, predicted the victory of President Akufo-Addo. But the NDC makes an interesting point, like I was saying. Why will Ghanaians say they don't like President Akufo-Addo's double track, his anti-Galamsey program, and the drone issue, but still vote for President Akufo-Addo in 2020? And so for them, those who did the research are NPP people. But people are asking, can't people dislike people or something about people and still love the person all the same? Like, you dislike 1, 2, 3 about something, but you still love the person or something like that. Hey, NDC4. Anyway, our intellectuals too, always researching according to the agenda of their donors. All the time. It's 2 clear years to another election year. You are doing poll on who will be winning and who will be losing. You are doing poll on who will be winning and who will be losing. I mean, who cares about this one? 2 clear years. And what you're doing, let me say, some of the NDC boys don't like it because if you demoralize John Mahama and he decides not to contest again, how will they get some of the campaign money to chop? Eh? So this is too early. And you need to know and do the thing according to that. Well, this is 2019, my dear friends. If we don't make money, what till we gain? What till we gain, no, if we don't make money? But in making money, let's hustle with honor, because we are likely to spend 10 years in jail for stealing a dustbin. You and I, yes, you the one watching me, those of us who are hustling, we are likely to spend 10 years in jail for stealing just a dustbin. Whereas in the case of some big men, they will set up banks with money alleged to be stolen, or they will only be asked to refund misappropriated funds to the tune of about 40 million, Ghana City, 40 million. So that's just about it. Make time with us, same time next week for another edition of Backpage. My name is Caleb Kudah. Find me on Facebook, Caleb Kudah, and on Twitter at Caleb Kudah. Subscribe to our YouTube page, City TV GH, for all our episodes. See you next time.